catcher, pitcher, third baseman. That one in tight. Zeros across the board for the Knights. Swing and a miss.
We've talked about rhythm. He's in it.
Out of play to the roof. 1-2.
Well, you just watch him, and he's nice, big, strong. That stride, he just seems like he's on you, and the ball is on you in a hurry.
1-2. In under the chin.
Meet his best stuff.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's another K in the book, by the way. Boston leading the Reds 2-1 in the fourth inning, checking Major League Baseball scores, and the Redbirds in the fourth over the Phils 3-2.
Tim Priester had a little word with Jordan Nesbitt-Johnny after that first pitch.
What do you say? Good luck.
I'm not sure. You know what?
0-2's the count now. Swing and a miss.
I just think little thing. Look. You know what? Just get yourself slowed down. You know he's going to come at you with a fastball.
Another K, swing and a miss. Back to the top of the order, and Coley Parker, who was a strikeout victim.
Well, we knew coming in that pitching's the key for Crawfordsville. I mean, you talk about Hobson and what he's been able to do, 9-2, less than a run ERA, strikes out 113 and 195 batters. But then you have Andrew Swart, 11-0, Steve Rice, 6-0. I mean, you get guys. That's why you're 31-4, but he can really throw it. I mean, and it's a team that the other part of them is they're very sound defensively. They make plays.
Foul back to the screen. 0-2, as is often the case.
Yeah, but you also talked about it and alluded to it earlier. But when you got a pitcher like that, it's interesting how teams do make plays when you got a pitcher like that.
1-2. The count now. That delivery is upstairs. Outside, even at 2.
Trying to get him to chase a fastball out and away.
The 2-2 toward the third baseman. Scooped up by Dow. Guns it across the diamond, and that doesn't hurt anything either.
That's what I'm telling you. They make plays. I mean, and just this was a nice off-speed pitch that Coley Parker drove hard. How about the stretch?
Pitched pretty well. It's given up 3 base hits to go along with the 2 runs. Took a little something off there to the first offering, and McKinney started to wave at it.
He has done well. Unfortunately, been victimized by a good Crawfordsville team that with 2 outs has been able to come up with key hits the last 2 innings.
1-0 to the third baseman. Parker turned his head, popped in his glove, threw it in the dirt. Rancher can't come up with it. Error on the third baseman.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did turn that head. And this is a solid hit right at him. You see him a little turn, gathers himself, kind of short arms it in.
Yeah, he dropped down almost 3/4 to throw that across the diamond.
Just tough.
Mitchell Ray, the catcher, had a hit, an RBI back in the first. Drove home the game's first run. First offering's a ball. Well, Ray, Dowell, and J.D. Rice to follow.
Bunt situation, leadoff hitter. You got a left-handed hitter. Trying to manufacture runs. They've executed pretty well.
Squares, third baseman, right downtown. Watches it come down the middle of the plate for called strike 1. As hard as Parker's charging, I'm going to look to get that somewhere between the first base bag and the pitcher's mound, I think, if you're going to try to lay that down.
Well, that's in this situation, yeah, that's where you're trying to put the ball. But basically, what you don't want to do is put it right back to the pitcher.
Throw down to second base. They've got a shot, slid right into it and rung him up. Great throw from the catcher, Stephen Bereni. A great throw.
It was a rocket now. I mean, look. Showed bunt, drew it back, throws a strike, and then Bereni just throws another strike. And as you point out, ring him up first out of the inning. That's a big play now.
changes the thought process in pitching to Mitchell Ray, too, now, because you have him behind in the count 1-2, and the bases are clean. So you can go back to nibbling a little bit if you're Jordan Nesbajani.
Yeah, but in order to give Jordan Nesbajani some credit, you got a guy showing bunt. You know what the situation is. You don't give him a pitch that's that good to bunt on that first pitch when he wanted to.
Bouncing ball, second baseman McMahon completes the play. Boy, how big is that throw out at second?
Well, it's huge because that hit to the right side puts him on third base with one out.
2 away in the inning now, and Cody Dowell will stroll up to the plate. He bounced out to the third baseman to end the first inning, in which Crawfordsville plated their first run.
Let me go back. It's been a Crawfordsville team. They've scored 2 runs, both innings. First and second inning, they got the 2-out base hit to drive in runs.
Skies it to the right side. Drew Smith camps underneath it. Can't find it in the sun. Lost it. And a great hustle play on the part of Cody Dowell. He knew the right fielder was in trouble from the moment it left the bat, and he ends up at second base with a double.
We have not had a chance to go out to right field, but, the sun's setting in the west. So for those who are watching this, right field is east. You're looking back into the sun, and it's a sun that's going down. And obviously that does make it a little more interesting for you. But people have had, Mark, and we've talked about it, to those who've been able to be with us most of the day, that is not unusual for what we've seen today. We've seen not a lot, but a number of balls that people have either struggled to find or lost completely when balls hit to the right side.
J.D. Rice was lifted for a pinch runner when he got on. That runner later scored in the second after he doubled. And he's checking back in now as he strolls up to the plate in his designated hitter position. So, a double. A sunlight-aided double, we'll say, by Cody Dowell. And they're going to walk J.D. Rice to keep the force out in play. And that will bring Andrew Swart to the plate, who made the first out of inning number 2, which also was a run-scoring inning. He dribbled one back to Nesbajani, who forced him at second base. Runners at first and second, 2 away, bottom of the third. 2-0 Crawfordsville. They're trying to get more, have a runner in scoring position. That one missed low and away, a ball. Nesbajani checking the runner at second and first. Bouncing ball, third base side, foul. Decatur Central Hawks in the 4A game. Phil Webster, 24 years at the helm, looking for his first state title, will take on 26-5 Homestead. That first pitch goes out around 8 o'clock tonight. That offering is upstairs a ball, and the count's 2-1 now with 2 outs.
Again, Nesbajani changes speeds. Slider, changeup, tries to keep you off balance.
2-1 pitch, dribbled back to the pitcher, bobbled it a bit, runs it over toward the bag, flips it over that way, and just like that,